What did didn't LBJ say something like this?
Well, his whole thing was he wanted to spread a rumor that an opponent had sex with pigs,
Right.
and when the aide said we can't call the person a pig fucker,
Right.
he said, well, let's make him deny it.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right.
So that's what this is kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
And so let's show that we have some really interesting and relevant videos, right? Let's take a look at what Sanders has said in the past about women and presidents. This kid is so cute.
Not in Burlington. There have been, and there are women mayors all over the country. There's a woman governor. Yeah.
I think it's Madeline Kuhn.
That's what Madeline Kunin. And Governor Kunin is a woman. And there are other, not a whole lot, I think there's one other woman governor. There are the mayor of San Francisco is a woman. And there are many women mayors, but not enough. And one of the very important things, I hope that all the girls in this class understand that you, just as much as the boys, have a right to become president. There's not been a woman president, although there was a woman who was giving thought to running for president this time, from Colorado, a woman named Representative Schroeder gave some thought.
very strong.
I hope that the girls will
I know.
think that they have the right to be involved in
Listen to
politics
this.
quite as much as the boys. Beginning to change, but it's not changing fast enough.
Yeah.
You know, campaigns do dumb stuff all the time, and it's not just about Sanders, but I'm just surprised that Warren,
Yeah.
this is a misread for me. Like,
know, yeah.
I'm similar to you, the Native American scandal.
Right, just bad.
Really
yeah.
bad judgment, bad political judgment. Like, she handled it terribly with
think
the
it's a
DNA
turning
thing.
point,
But
yeah.
this is like they had to think about this. The only thing I can think of is that some reporter got hold of this.
Yeah.
And pressed it to the point where they had to just lean into it, as opposed
Yeah.
to. But I don't believe that. Do you?
No, I mean, but even let's say that had happened, what would the smart thing have been? It could have been
Deny
like
it.
deny it, right? Been like, no, he said that he would weaponize any tools, including sexism. I mean, that's what the smart
Right.
thing should have been.
I mean, if you're a reporter working on this, and
yeah.
Elizabeth Warren says no, that's not what happened.
Right.
Even if you have somebody saying she told me something else,
Yeah, it's a non.
you can't really do it.
Story,
Like
right.
it would be difficult to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know any of this stuff, but it's still that it was a very surprising
Yeah, and that was
situation.
And that was 1987, by the way, that
Right.
that happened. But yeah, I totally agree that it's to give her the benefit of the doubt, to give Warren the benefit of the doubt, like that her campaign didn't leak this, then it was a really bad move to not deny it.
not
Push
kill
back
it
on
somehow.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Even if they'd released it, you say no. You know, Bernie and I were talking about it, and he said that
Right.
Trump will use
Actually,
it,
that
yeah.
would have been more effective, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because then she lays out the argument. She like preempts what Trump is going to do.
Leak it, then to wash your hands
You're
of it.
right.
But-
Right, because then the emotional damage is done.
Right.
That's good. Next
Yeah.
time, please do that, Warren.
Yeah, Liz, you should hire me if you want to
Yeah.
wreck your
Yeah,
opponent's
exactly. But we have another take on this. Can we roll the videotape of CNN?
And I think the thing that really hurts Bernie Sanders about this is that, it does kind of seem like something you could see him saying because he has had this gender problem historically. And that's why I think if voters do believe it, if it sits with voters, that's why it would sit with them, because they already could have had this belief that Bernie Sanders has a gender issue.
He certainly.
I don't even know what to say about this. You comment down now, because I'm too angry and I don't trust myself to not say things that I'll have to apologize for.
I mean, look, I understand what she's saying. There is a thing that's out there. It's not his fault.
Right. It's a fabricated narrative.
It's a fabricated.
Right.
So what she's saying is because there is a media narrative out there that he's going to be more susceptible to this, which is true.
But she's not saying that. She's saying because he has a gender problem.
Right.
What she should be saying is because the media has invented this gender problem around a candidate who was endorsed by Gloria Steinem in the 90s, called an honorary woman when she was stumping for him in his congressional reelection campaign.
Yes.
Who has a less male support base than any other candidate.
Right. But what she's saying is also, it is on some level true that because of all the messaging in the last 4 years, this is going to land a little harder.
Sure.
Right? And, Bernie's, he's an old white guy. Like, he's a little bit vulnerable to this. But yeah, the decision to say something like that in the air.
Right, but
you know what kind of effect that's going to
But
have.
also, I do think there's a big difference between saying because he has been framed as having a gender
Sure.
issue, right? She's really accepting that as fact that he has an issue.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. She used
So-
the kind of language that you can read into